Savage Media.
Music TV.
Blessed risings, good afternoon, or good evening. Depending on where in the world you're in from, you got to keep in mind that Keep It P podcast is a global show, and today we will be discussing China is in default on $1 trillion in debt to U.S. bondholders. Will the U.S. force repayment on this episode of Those Model Sins? Boy, you fancy free. What's all this you talking about? You're being treated bad and we're being discriminated against. We got Chinatowns. We're defaulting on $1 trillion loans. We got crime bills. We got a crime bill now. In tech, in the tech industry, we only got 50% that looks like us. In leadership, it's only 50%. It should be 100. Everyone in leadership should look like us. It's not fair. The blacks get everything. They get everything. They get the cool nails, and we own the stores. They get all the cool potato chips, and we own the stores. They want their chicken wings fried hard. They get our chicken wings. All we get is human trafficking. We get to traffic humans and make all the money. We do all we do all the plastic surgery. We have all the money to do it. We're buying guns and killing ourselves with the guns. Fam, what is y'all talking about, man? Y'all some crybabies, P. And you know what? They letting them come over here and ball. You see them balling, fam. $1 trillion in debt, P. And we ain't paying, fam. China is in default on $1 trillion in debt to U.S. bondholders. That means Americans, right? Right. The report says that China has not made a payment on its debt since March. Remember when China was owning everything in the United States? They done reversed it and boy, white supremacy, y'all, boy, and now y'all old, boy. Huh? Don't put the reverse on y'all? Y'all let Zaddy put the reverse on y'all? Huh? It said it's unlikely to make a payment in the near future. The default on China's debt could have serious implications for the global economy. Oh, too big to fail, huh? So we gonna have to let them just have that because they can't afford to pay that. They too big to fail, right? That's what we do over here. They too big to fail. Huh. China is the world's second largest economy, and its default could send shockwaves through the financial system. It could also lead to a decline in the value of Chinese yen, which could have a negative impact on the economies of other countries that trade with China. What they got to do with us? The U.S. government has not yet said whether it will force China to repay its debt. However, the default could put pressure on the U.S. government to take action. If the U.S. government does not take action, it could send a signal that it is not willing to enforce its own laws, which could have negative implications for the U.S. economy. If you think there ain't some hanky-panky and some money being made somewhere, you think white supremacy just gonna let China man run away without paying the bread, P? Unless the bondholders affect black people. Are some of these bondholders black people? Are some of these bondholders part of 401ks, maybe? Are some of these bondholders in industries that black people are in? And we not going to enforce this $1 trillion because we ain't tripping. We ain't tripping. We don't need to get them Negros no money, no way. You ain't got to pay them. We don't pay Negros. That's what we don't do. If you're Johnny come lately just tapping in, China is in default on $1 trillion in debt to U.S. bondholders. The default could have serious implications for the global economy. Why are they trying to make it sound like reparation? If we make them pay it back, it could. Nah, that $1 trillion could come on over to the reparations fund. The U.S. government has not yet said whether it will force China to repay its debt. If the U.S. government does not take action, it could send a signal that it's not willing to enforce its own laws unless it's black people. What do we learn today, boys and girls? Laws in America are only enforced on black people. That's it. That's it. That's all. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm just gonna mold you, fold you, and scold you about being off code. Gonna leave you with two sets of 4 words that we always do, and that is subscribe for the vibe, like for the spike, comment your vomit, share if you care, if you dare. Over where? Where can you do that at? Over there in them locations. My second set of 4 words is love. Exciting and new. Peace. Pew pew, or the hippie piece. Hey dude, peace. Sometimes you have to pull out the pew pew to get to the hey peace, dude. Blessings, be a blessing, give a blessing. Don't be afraid to receive a blessing. And Maloha, gotta go high for show high. You already know how. Big brother, light bright, supreme, almighty, signing off.